Welcome to the Growth Buyer Podcast, where we engage with top business leaders who share their experiences and provide real insights that help them attract customers, retain staff, and grow their bottom line. Now, let's get started with the show.
Hi there, I'm Kevin Hourigan, host of the show, where I feature inspiring business leaders from various backgrounds and industries who are willing to share their stories and insights. Today's podcast is brought to you by Spinutech. So Jeff, at Spinutech, we help middle market and larger companies get more leads. Jeff, who doesn't want more leads, right? At Spinutech, we take an end-to-end digital approach, starting with your website and making sure it's the right aesthetic appeal and convincing content to convert visitors to action. And then we look through all of your digital marketing tactics, such as search engine optimization, paid search, organic and paid social, email marketing, and more. With the correct website and optimized digital marketing campaigns in place, we assist our clients in attracting more qualified leads, growing their existing business, and selling more. To learn more, go to www.spinutech.com. Today's guest is Jeff Hansen of Dultmeier Sales. Jeff has been with Dultmeier Sales for 11 years and has had a variety of roles within the organization. He started with one of the company's agricultural sales territory. The company decided to start a marketing department in 2017, and Jeff took the role of marketing director. Shortly after, the company just started an industrial sales division. In 2019, Jeff officially took on the role of industrial sales division leader and handed off the marketing team. Recently, with organizational restructures, he's been appointed as COO of Dultmeier Sales. Jeff, welcome to the Growth Buyer Podcast.
Thanks for having me, Kevin.
Yeah, we look forward to this. So Jeff, tell us a little bit more about yourself, where you grew up, maybe what you studied in school. What did little Jeff want to be when he had to join the professional world? Just a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, sure. Grew up in Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. Going weekends, family farms, things like that. Always would kind of come help Dad out on some weekends at Dultmeier. We would get paid in ice cream to package gaskets. We didn't work too hard. I think we'd make it through maybe 10 to 20 packages, and then we go play hide and seek in the warehouse. But yeah, it's kind of when I started within Dultmeier, if you will. I wouldn't really say started, but my introduction throughout school kind of helped packaging and distribution. And then I went to University of Nebraska in Lincoln, studied business there. Kind of always knew I was going to come back to the company.
Sure.
But in discussions with my dad, he said, go out, find some experience, outside, and when you're ready, bring that back to the company. I didn't realize it was only going to be about a year. I was in transportation, learned a lot about operations, and was able to get some good insight in terms of running an operation, a standalone operation, how to interact with key suppliers, partners, customers face to face, and then got the opportunity to come into the agricultural territory at Dultmeier Sales and traveled that for about 4 years, and then kind of the rest is what you said in the intro there.
How big was your territory?
It was covered portion of Nebraska, Kansas, and Colorado, a little bit of Wyoming.
Okay, good. So when you're out there and doing your territory sales and you're just come off this operational experience you learned in the logistical industry, how did Dultmeier Sales differentiate yourselves from your competition?
I think one of the most impactful things when I came to Dultmeier, and it was in my first week, I came back and was working with distribution to get a customer order out, and I remember going back to distribution and saying, we got to do X, Y, and Z. And they said, well, what does the customer want? And it just floored me. I was like, that was never really a question or an aspect in my previous role. And that's something that really resonated, and it's a core value across our company today is customer focus. And that means a little different for each customer in their own unique setting. But that's something that really sets us apart is our customer service, the level of care that we go to take care of our customers, and to do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it. And it doesn't happen every time. We're human. Murphy's Law comes into play, but when something breaks, goes wrong, and we're there to fix it. And and being that value added partner. We're not unique in what we do, but I think we are unique in terms of how we go about our business.
Yeah, no, that's a great answer. Certainly I think companies like to work with brands that are easy to work with, feel like they have their best interests in mind. And those are things easy to say, but not always easy things to experience, especially with larger teams. And if you don't have the right training and values and all that stuff in place, it's hard to have that consistent across an organization. And it's a great differentiator for Dultmeier Sales. When did your company get into e-commerce? And tell me a little bit about your journey online in the e-commerce space.
So that was well before my time. That was right about 2000. And the first version of the website, if you use the Wayback tool, it's really kind of just a catalog request center, if you will. I mean, that was and it still is to this day, our catalog is widely renowned throughout industries as some people call it the Bible. It's a important document for customers where they've got a comprehensive product offering, smatter with some technical documents. But the website quickly evolved from just a catalog request processor to an actual order processor and more of a comprehensive value add tool. And that went all the way up until about 2021. We decided that as a custom built website, we had some limitations, and our marketing manager at the time, who's now our marketing director, found that our alphanumeric URL strings were really limiting our reach. But that was the structure based upon how the website was built at that time. And so we identified strategically, and in order to get further reach, we've got to get to alpha URL structures, and simple tools, bolt-on things, and like a cross-selling at checkout or things like that. We would have to build those from the ground up. If we move to a more cookie-cutter platform, if you will, something a little more out of the box, we would have the ability to bolt on some of these tools where someone already did the R&D for it.
Yes.
So that really got us down the road of, hey, we need to migrate to a new platform, and that's what got us going on eCommerce.
As you share your journey, it's not uncommon to many. I would say, Jeff, a lot of times when you construct your first e-commerce website, you're looking at the data assets that you have, and then you're trying to build a shop. You had a catalog, right? So you're trying to build a shopping cart experience around this catalog. And so you're looking at that perspective. What you don't know may be some of the things you discover down the road about some of the unique identifiers or naming conventions, or the way that data was, the descriptions inside the database may have been good for that purpose, but maybe not good from an e-commerce perspective. And so, we do see a lot of times brands launch with an initial presence and they get going, but then they realize structurally they're limited to how they could continue to evolve because the original structure that was selected. So it's a very, I hate to say it, but I think it's a very common discovery that a lot of brands end up pivoting to a custom platform, eCommerce being a very popular one. But I think that's a journey many brands take, and they launch a catalog into an e-commerce experience only to find that there's limitations to that initial approach, and they learn in their journey that they're going to relaunch again and take those findings and launch to a better solution that's going to be more scalable.
Yeah, and we coming from 100% custom, we didn't want to go, have the pendulum swing all the way the other way and have no custom controls. So with our partner at the time, our e-commerce developer and partner that we selected, they suggested eCommerce among some other ones. And we ultimately landed on NOP, and quickly found we did not have the right partner. So we pivoted there to another third-party suggestion. Didn't do our due diligence well enough, and that was kind of a 2-year nightmare, which led us to Spinutech.
Yeah. And we appreciate the opportunity that we're partnering with you. And I think just some of the commonalities of that is there's a difference, depending on, there's e-com experts, there are platform experts, .NET experts, PHP experts, and there can be platform experts in specific platforms such as eCommerce. And in the journey, probably best to really look at the experience of the platform that you're selecting to make sure you're not taking good e-commerce experience or good PHP or .NET or whatever it may be, and assuming that some of the platform experience that come with it is been a journey I think that I've discovered with a few other partners that we have that we help support. But Jeff, now that you've got this Not Commerce custom implementation in place and seems to be stable, what do you see as next opportunities for how you go to get more market share?
Yeah, I pinged our marketing guys on this as well, and I got to give kudos to our marketing director and our IT director. I mean, they were the ones that vetted and went out and found Spinutech. So that's a perfect case in point where you got smart people to tell you what to do. But as we're moving forward here, what the guys said, let's see, increasing the amount of blog and how-to content that's human written. So we're really looking into AI and how search engines will be evolving in pretty short order in terms of social authority, vetting. All of that needs to come into play and dovetails into video content as well. Let's see, installation videos, product demos, customer success stories showing value add, product reviews. Right now, we've been, I don't know if you're familiar with Trustpilot, but it's a...
Yes.
Okay. So we've been doing service reviews for, I think going back to like 2018, but just building on that social authority. And we've got that pretty well set. Still focused on Google reviews, things like that. But now we're getting into more product review. And what the marketing team feels that will benefit is just customer engagement with the website from a holistic perspective, which will add to a more robust SEO ranking.
Yes. Yeah. No, I mean, it sounds like all those piece parts, Jeff. I mean, it sounds like you're just trying to provide more content out there, more content for your current and prospective customers, whether it be how-to videos, product reviews, all of those types of things help current and future clients get more educated to make decisions. But it's also good content for the search engines crawlers, for the machine learning engines to be able to pick all that up too. And so not only is it helping the consumer journey gain more confidence to convert, but it also gives an opportunity for the search engines, the chatbots, things of that nature, to find more stuff to be able to crawl and be able to index you for and be able to get that awareness out there as well. So, it sounds like, your marketing department, Drew, I think that the vision of what they're trying to do there, and it sounds like there's lots of different forms of content. It sounds like you're going to have some blog content, you're going to have some AI-driven content, you're going to have some video content. All of that, I think, is going to be very complementary to helping you, again, maybe attract more visits than you would without that. I think it's going to help you convert more of those visits into customers by providing more reassuring content through the reviews, giving people consumer confidence through the tutorials. All of that should be very helpful.
I think they've got a pretty good roadmap there, getting down to the tactical level now. Another area of focus they've got is internal search. So once we get someone within Dultmeier ecosystem, how do we keep them? How can we more quickly convert them and also help them to find what they need in less keystrokes, clicks, etc.
Yep. No, very important as well. Jeff, you mentioned the AI word a moment ago. How is AI helping Dultmeier today? What are you using it for, and how's it benefiting you?
I would say, me personally, I'm behind the 8 ball on that, but the marketing guys, they're pretty well out in front of it. I mean, they're using it for, something as basic. It seems very basic, but it's going to have a massive impact pretty short order here. Talk to search. How are people verbally searching for things? Do we need to modify content based upon that? Some other things they're doing, leveraging it for effective blog, email, headers, get more back into content assessment, A/B testing. We've got some other value add tools, things that we do over the phone every day with our tech salespeople, things like a gallon per minute calculator, nozzle selector, how do we calculate pressure loss? These types of things, they've always made us very sticky as a supplier and a partner. How can we allow customers to self-help some more of those things?
Yeah, no, I know one of the things too from an AI perspective is I know we helped implement Algolia search into helping your visitors be able to find products better, and that's a very AI driven search utility complementing your not-commerce deployment. And it's the more that utility is being used, the more educated it can get, and the better search results it can. And then obviously your team can help modify some of what those results are. But I know from an Algolia perspective, it's been able to help your consumers find their products better and more accurately, leveraging the AI-driven approach that Algolia has built within it as well, that we've integrated into your not commerce instance.
Internal search has been a huge pain point for us. Prior to Spinutech, it was, basically it was a broken wheel. You'd just sit there and you'd watch the little hamster wheel on the screen just spin. And what we're seeing now is when we're monitoring steps customers to get to their end destination on the website, that's really condensed. Time on the website has condensed, so that tells me that we're helping people find what they need faster. And Algolia, it's a machine. It just keeps learning, right? The more you use it, the faster it gets. And it is taking our internal search to the next level, big time.
Jeff, I got two more questions for you. One question we ask every guest. We call the podcast the Growth Fire. It's your professional growth, but your personal growth too. Jeff, have you had any mentors in your journey? And if so, how did they help you grow?
Yeah, for sure. Early on, coaches, I got a couple that really stand out, a baseball coach and a football coach, and they really, really challenged me to be a leader early on. My dad's a major one. And I've got a couple other close friends that are kind of fatherly figures as well. Professionally, we started in partner with a consulting firm here in Nebraska based. They've got an executive coaching offering that's been very beneficial. So I've seen that really help me, not just at a professional level, but personally as well. Yeah,
absolutely. I think every person I've asked that question for has felt that outside mentorship helped them see things through a different lens that just helped them be better personally, professionally, become a better leader. Just those mentors help them see things through a different lens that, like maybe your baseball and high school coach, putting some of that pressure on and helped you perform better. It just that those mentors were definitely beneficial. It's great to hear you mentioned your dad in there as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I fully answered your question. I think I just kind of listed them off, but I think a good coach challenges you at multiple different levels, but also maintains a certain level of objectivity. Yes. There's going to be times where you're going to ask them something and they're going to give you the answer that you didn't want or weren't expecting. And to your point, it forces you to look at it from a different perspective, or stripe on the beach ball, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Jeff, besides your mentors today, where do you get your inspiration from?
Lot through my faith, my family. I'm a firm believer that if we're not in a sound spiritual place and emotional state, and physical, we can't really do the things we need to do in terms of performing in our careers to be there for the important things in life. And to me, that is faith and family.
Yeah, no, that's very well said, very well grounded. Everyone, we've been talking to Jeff Hansen of Dultmeier Sales. Jeff, if anybody wants to reach out to you after hearing this podcast, watching this podcast, what's the best way they can connect with you?
Dultmeier.com, DULTMEIER.com, or you can reach out to me individually at jhansen@dultmeier.com. That's JHANSEN@DULTMEIER.com.
Jeff, thank you so much for being a guest on the Growth Fire podcast. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your insights, and we wish you continued success on your journey.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. And if anyone's looking for a not-commerce partner, you have found the people you need to go with.
Thank you. It's been a great partnership for the last couple of years. I appreciate that.
Thanks for listening to the Growth Fire podcast. We'll see you again next time, and be sure to click subscribe to get future episodes.